It has already been an eventful January in my reading world. Hey everyone, my name's Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader. And today we're going to do a little reading vlog. Just going to kind of talk. I have a lot of stuff that has happened in January so far that I have some thoughts about. So when I say a lot of things have happened, I'm not kidding. I don't know how many of you were there for this, but I have had some YouTube snafus recently. It's pretty good that I've gone this far in my YouTube career without really having many problems, technical problems. I mean, I was having some technical problems towards the end of the year last year when I had to figure out my iCloud wasn't syncing and everything was full and I had to revamp my whole process. Okay, a little snafu there. But this was a big snafu. At least for me. I know you guys were really cool about it, but at least for me. As most of you can imagine, I do not have the focus to just do this in one continuous take. I cannot do that. I stop and I look at my notes because I have to take notes now because I have so many things swimming through my brain. I look at my notes, I reference the books, I look up the authors' names, I look up the characters' names, I talk to my husband. There's so many things that go on in the actual raw video that I record. So when I uploaded the wrong freaking video and I uploaded the raw one for book club, I was mortified. I was mortified because I have no idea what I said. I have no clue what I said. I say some random things. And of course they get cut out because that's not content that I'm putting out. There's some bloopers. There's some blah, 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 blah that I cut out. I cut them out every time I stumble too badly that I can't recover it. It's gone. If you were there, you probably saw this really fun thing that I have to do because I start the recording on my computer in front of me. And then I look up at my phone and I say what video I'm doing so that when I'm editing, I know I'm editing the right one. And so that's the first thing that I saw during book club for the announcement of the book for January. I am not kidding you when I say I could not get to delete video fast enough. And I had no idea how to do it because I'd never done it before. So I'm literally listening to the live happening and I'm frantically going through tabs on my computer trying to get back to my channel so that I can delete the video because I have no idea what was about to come out of my mouth. I don't know how it happened. Normally I upload it and then I section the video out for you guys, right? But I didn't section this one because it was the book club announcement. I don't normally section that one out because it's really short. It's just explaining what the book club pick is. So I didn't watch it. Normally I watch it to section it out and I didn't do that. It slipped through the cracks. I don't know how the raw version got saved. We couldn't find it. And then he had to recover it. My husband had to recover it somehow. It was crazy. I don't know how we got it back, but we got the other version back and we were able to upload it fairly quickly. Same night as book club. So the announcement still got out, but oh my God, there were 10 of you watching and I was beside myself. You can look at the shorts that I put out as that was happening if you really want to see me frantic. Then along those same lines, I completely deleted a video. I do know how this one happened because I started saving my stuff on a hard drive. It was just completely loading up my computer and it was not good. I forgot I had recorded that video already. So when I was going through and I was dragging things onto my hard drive and then I was deleting the original copies off my computer, I did it. I dragged everything over and then I emptied my trash. And then I went back onto my hard drive and I was I recorded 3 videos today. I only transferred 2. So I was very mad at myself, but because I had already emptied my trash, it was gone. The good thing about it though was that I thought the video was awful. My thoughts weren't put together. I was really scatterbrained. I had no idea what I was saying. It was all over the place. I think the YouTube gods were this isn't your best work. and maybe this should just disappear. So I got to re-record it, and while it did take extra time, which sucked because I don't get a lot of recording time with my lifestyle right now, it was re-recorded and edited, and it was fine. It was fine. So I really hope that that's enough for the technical snafus for the year, because it's mid-January and I don't want to deal with any more of those because that sucked. And now I'm really meticulous and I watch every single thing in YouTube. I will go and watch it before it goes live for you guys, because I'm I can't have this be the wrong version. One of the things that I also did this month so far that I don't think I've really talked to you guys about yet was Barnes & Noble had their little annual hardcover sale. And of course I had to go. I was kind of pissed because I went to the sale before. I used to go when it was the Barnes & Noble book haul before Waterstones bought Barnes & Noble and kind of changed their sale structures. So I used to go when it was the book haul, and I have gone to their hardcover sales since then. This year, I was not happy with the sale at all. I legitimately walked into Barnes & Noble ready to buy stacks of books, because it's the hardcover sale. That's what you do. And I feel like every time I'm walking into a Barnes & Noble now, there are no hardcovers. Now, I didn't go on the last day of the sale. So for anybody who's oh, well, did you go late? No, I didn't. I didn't go late. It's not like everything would have been gone already. I came in with lists of books in my head that I wanted and that I looked for. Everything was paperback. Everything. I saw people walking around the store with nothing in their hands. And I'm not the kind of person who's just going to buy books just to buy books. I want to read the books. I have shelves of hardcover books. That's what I buy. To walk into the store and not buy anything because there were no hardcovers that I wanted was really frustrating. So what did I do? I went to another store. We got in the car. We skipped nap time and we drove straight to the other Barnes & Noble. My kid wasn't tired yet, so I had time. Drove straight to another Barnes & Noble, went in and had the same thing happen. Not one book that I wanted in a hardcover was in stock. And then I checked online because they had a second half of their little sale, right? So it was hardcovers in stores. Neither of the stores that I went to had the hardcovers I wanted. So I went online, but online was only select hardcovers. It wasn't all of them. So I checked every single one of them on my list and none of them were selected. So it just really kind of frustrated me as a consumer to be well, I buy hardcovers at the store all year round. I do not just wait for the sales. There are some times where I will have a copy of the book and I will buy a second copy when it's on sale because I want the hardcover on my shelves. Or I'll have the ebook and I want to put it on my shelves. So I wait for the hardcover sale to be able to purchase the hardcover because I've already bought the book in paperback version or an ebook version or audiobook version. I already have it. I'm buying a second one. So it was really frustrating as a consumer to go into the stores to try to support them and not be able to have anything. It almost made me feel like they shouldn't be having a hardcover sale. They should be having a paperback sale. If they're really trying to clear their shelves for the new year, they're not stocking hardbacks. So why are you having a hardback sale? There's none there. At least none in the fantasy genres. That's where I was looking, obviously. I don't read thrillers anymore. I don't read contemporary fiction anymore. And rom-coms and romances don't come in hardcover. And if they do, I get really frustrated about it. So I was looking for fantasy. So I don't understand why, with as hyped up and as big as the fantasy genre is right now, why we are not stocking hardcover fantasy books. I don't get it. I was fully prepared to buy an entire series of Brandon Sanderson hardcovers, and they weren't there. I was fully prepared to buy a bunch of first or second books in series that I've started or wanted to start in hardcovers, and they weren't there. I don't get it. I don't understand. How much more does fantasy need to be in like mainstream to get our freaking books stocked at stores? It's frustrating. There was some good that came out of these store visits though. I, of course, am always a creeper whenever I go into Barnes & Nobles, sit and push my stroller along and I creep on people. And I look at what they're checking out because obviously like I'm looking around for things too. But I did meet somebody in Barnes & Noble in the second store. She was actually from Germany. She was looking at the new covered versions of Sarah J. Maas's series, Corn, Thorns, and Roses. I was like, oh, have you read those before? And she was like, oh, yeah, I have, but they're back at home. I need some new ones here. And I was like, oh, okay. I was talking to her for a few minutes and I told her that I had some, videos online and she had asked if I knew anything about the From Blood and Ash series. And I said, yeah, I actually have a video on that. And because she was holding A Shadow in the Ember. And I was like, please read that. She was asking me about reading order. I was like, look at my video. Go watch my video. Here's my name. She ended up following me on Instagram. And I got to like see her page and creep on her a little bit. She was here visiting from Germany. And I was like, oh, I made a little German friend. Like I made a friend. I love making friends. And I just thought it was really cool. And she was here in the United States. So if you're watching, hi. In this vlog, I did also want to give an update for book club, for Fun Size Book Club for January. We're going to be reading Curse of Shadows and Thorns by L.J. Andrews. And I did put out a short on kind of an update that was going on with this author. Long story short, her book was pirated at the beginning of the year. Someone got a copy of the ebook. She believes it was through the ARCs that she sent out in the very beginning. They basically took it and they uploaded it to Apple Books, and that violates her Kindle Unlimited exclusivity clause. Amazon reached out to her, said, you need to take down the book or we're going to shut down your Kindle Unlimited. We're going to shut down your Amazon account. Like you're violating this contract. She freaked out because she was like, this wasn't me. Somebody took my book. And so she had to go through a bunch of different things trying to get a hold of people. She never got a hold of Apple, but she did get a hold of Amazon, and Amazon understood and they said they extended it to 60 days. She had 60 days to kind of figure it out and fix it. So she had put this information all out on her TikTok. That's where I saw it, kind of explaining everything that I've just told you. Well, apparently she, like I said, never got a hold of Apple, but all of her fans and her following went and found the pirated listing and started giving it 1-star reviews, leaving comments that this was a pirated copy, this was illegal, this was not her, which it was very obvious by the information in the listing that it wasn't the author that posted it. Tons of people apparently did this, and because of that, Apple just took it down. It was completely taken down. She never spoke to anybody. She has no idea how they figured it out. Somehow she believes that it was through the readers that they figured it out. So she was really happy that it was resolved, but she very much thanks all of us readers for standing behind her. So just wanted to let you know, in case you were still looking at reading this book on Kindle Unlimited with me for Fun Size Book Club this month, it should be there. Speaking of book club, I did find some like new thing on Amazon because I have my Amazon books. I list all of my books in the description for my videos, but I was kind of like tooling around, pre-ordering some things, and I saw this thing that was like Amazon Book Club. I was like, huh? So I was looking at it. You can host a book club on Amazon now, and it's got like a whole discussion thing and all of that. I created one for Fun Size Book Club, so it is there, but I haven't decided if I wanted to use it or not. I really like the format that we have going here. I like being able to talk live with you guys. I like being able to speak. Just in case any of you kind of run across that, it is there. It is me. I did create it. It is current with our current Fun Size Book Club pick, but I don't know. Haven't decided if I'm going to use it. To be continued. Let me know if you've used it before, if in other book clubs, if you'd like to use it. I don't know. Just leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know much. I just know I made it. It's there. As predicted, January has been a good reading month so far. Like, I have started to plan out my reviews. I'm using my fancy planner. I'm really excited about it. I've started to plan out my reviews, and here is what I have kind of started doing. Mondays are going to be my contemporary romance or rom-com reviews. So anything that is not fantasy romance is going to be on Monday. So you should expect that. Wednesday, because I typically post 3 days a week. Sorry guys, I haven't been posting 3 days a week. Still tired from Bookmas. Wednesdays are typically like vlog days. I don't know if I'm going to do full vlogs or if it's going to be some type of list video or something that's not a review. Might be a short, might be a couple shorts. I don't know. I haven't decided. It's kind of like my variable day. It could also be a day that I don't post because I don't make it on time. I don't know. That one's variable. So Wednesdays could be anything. And then Fridays is going to be like Fantasy Fridays. So Fantasy Romance Fridays, anything that's on Friday is going to be a fantasy romance review. I'm going to try to stick to this because that's basically all I read is contemporary romance and fantasy romance. So I'm really going to try to stick to this for the whole year. It might adjust, but generally how I have things planned out so far, that's what it's going to look like. Now, I do wrap-ups and I do things like that, and those basically are just wherever the day falls. So if it's a Monday and you get a January wrap-up, sorry, you didn't get a romance review that day, but it's because it's the last day of the month or the second to last day of the month or whatever. So things might change, but generally that is what I'm going to stick with. And that being said, because January's been such a great reading month so far, I have literally books through mid-February already. I've read a lot. Plus, I also patted myself a little bit because I had some reviews from December that kind of bled over into January. So they pushed me down a little bit. We're good. I mean, I'm recording most of them today, like right now after this. We're through the whole rest of the month already, which is really exciting for me. All right, this video's gone on long enough. It's long enough. This is good enough for a vlog. Hope you guys are having a great January so far. I can't believe it is already halfway over. Where did this month go? I literally can't believe it. Don't forget, we are talking for a Fun Size Book Club on the last Tuesday of the month, which is the 31st this year, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The video will appear live and we'll live chat on the side. And other than that, stay tuned for my reviews. I have quite a few coming up. Thanks for chatting today. Don't forget, you can also find me on all the social media. See you guys next time.